Leigh was born Vivian Mary Hartley on November 5, 1913, in Darjeeling, India, to an English stockbroker and his Irish wife. The family returned to England when Hartley was 6 years old. As a teen, Vivian Hartley attended schools in England, France, Italy, and Germany, becoming fluent in both French and Italian. She went on to study acting at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, but put her career temporarily on hold at age 19, when she married a lawyer named Leigh Holman and had his daughter. Hartley used her husband's name to craft a more glamorous stage name, Vivien Leigh. Leigh made both her onstage and film debuts in 1935. She starred in the play The Bash, which wasn't particularly successful, but it allowed Leigh to make an impression on producer Sidney Carroll, who soon cast the actress in her first London play, and landed the lead role in the aptly titled movie Things Are Looking Up, 1935. She began to explore more dynamic roles by doing Shakespearean plays at the Old Vic in London, England. There, she met and fell in love with Laurence Olivier, a respected actor who, like Leigh, already happened to be married. The two soon embarked on a highly collaborative and inspired acting relationship, not to mention a very public love affair. Around the same time, American director George Cukor was hunting for the perfect actress to play the lead role of Scarlett O'Hara in his film adaptation of Gone with the Wind. An impressive list of Hollywood's top actresses, including Katharine Hepburn and Bette Davis, had long been vying for the part by the time Leigh, who was on a 2-week vacation in California, took and passed the screen test. Casting a virtually unknown British theater actress in the role of a Southern belle struggling for survival during the American Civil War was risky to say the least. However, the decision paid off as the film smashed box office records and garnered 13 Academy Award nominations and 8 wins, including one for Leigh as Best Actress. Finally, having secured divorces from their respective spouses, Leigh and Olivier married in 1940, cementing their status as a powerhouse couple in the world of show business. Tragedy struck in 1944 when Leigh fell during a rehearsal for Caesar and Cleopatra and suffered a miscarriage. Her health took a turn for the worse. She became increasingly unstable while simultaneously battling insomnia, bipolar disorder, and a respiratory ailment that was eventually discovered as tuberculosis. Hoping for relief, Leigh underwent electroshock therapy, which was very rudimentary at the time, and sometimes left her with burn marks on her temples. It wasn't long before she began to drink heavily. That changed in 1949 when Leigh won the part of Blanche DuBois in a London production of Tennessee Williams' play, A Streetcar Named Desire. After a successful run that lasted nearly a year, Leigh was cast in the same demanding role in Elia Kazan's 1951 Hollywood film adaptation, in which she starred opposite Marlon Brando. Soon after, Leigh made theater history by starring alongside Olivier in simultaneous London stage productions of Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra and George Bernard Shaw's Caesar and Cleopatra, both of which were critical successes. Despite these triumphs, bipolar disorder continued to take a heavy toll on Leigh. After another miscarriage, she had a breakdown in 1953, forcing her to withdraw from the filming of Elephant Walk and earning her a reputation for being difficult to work with. Additionally, her relationship with Olivier became more and more tumultuous. In 1960, their troubled marriage ended in divorce. After Olivier remarried and started a new family, Leigh moved in with a younger actor named Jack Merivale. The change of pace seemed to do her good, as she re-emerged to take part in several successful performances during the 1960s. In 1963, she headlined in a musical adaptation of Tovarich and earned her a first Tony Award. 2 years later, she starred in the Oscar-winning film Ship of Fools. Just before she began rehearsing for a London production of A Delicate Balance in 1967, Leigh fell seriously ill. A month passed before she finally succumbed to her tuberculosis on July 8, 1967, at the age of 53, in London, England, marking a sad and premature end to a career that was both tumultuous and triumphant. The London Theatre District blacked out its lights for a full hour in Leigh's honor.